Hello, welcome back to Let's Play Jane's Fleet Command as we continue on with the single missions. Today, we have Liberating Liberia. A NATO task group tries to prevent the takeover of the capital city Monrovia while rescuing personnel from the embassies of several European countries.
The British ruled the seas for centuries with a stiff upper lip. Men drew strength from their calm and resolve. It is still true today. If we shudder, they shake. If we sweat, they panic. The cost of panic is defeat.
Mission tasking. When government forces are able to stabilize the situation and move the embassy staff to the airport located at 0620 North, 01046 West, evacuate all embassy personnel by helicopter lift from the airport at Monrovia. NATO is not intervening in the conflict other than to protect foreign nationals. Engage rebel forces only as required to ensure the safety of those being evacuated. Use aircraft on the Jeanne d'Arc CVH-97 for evacuation, aircraft and Boxer LHD-4 for providing cover. Set up air plan to have protective aircraft in the air throughout the rescue operation. Alright, so let's see our intel. Rebel forces have gained strength and are in control of most of the country. Forces loyal to the government are concentrated in the area of Monrovia and only control a 15-mile radius around the city. Rebel forces have acquired an assortment of rotary-wing aircraft and are very mobile. They are also reported to have installed surface-to-air missiles at their major bases, several of which ring the capital city. It will be necessary to provide protection for the evacuation aircraft. Alright, well,
Identify track 1671. Take that aircraft off the deck.
I'm not expecting much in the way of, Alright. Whatchamacallit?
Launch aircraft. Wilco.
Throw them up on strike. Bring more Super Cobras to the Alert 5 status.
Affirmative out.
Probably doesn't matter much there.
Identify track.
Alright, so let's start by IDing what the hell is going on here. I don't think there's going to be much of a
Roger out.
submarine threat, so we've got that going for us at least. We have the Boxer from America, Glasgow from the UK, Jeanne d'Arc from France, the Rommel from Germany, and the Ross from the US. So I assume this is going to be the airport that we have to rescue them from. So let's go. Unfortunately, I wish we had a little more support for like jammers and stuff.
Affirmative out.
All right, we got it sounds like a Harrier just took off. They do take off backwards. All right, okay. Low frequency passive sonar has identified that as friendly. So our first two Cobras we're going to send
Track 1684.
inland.
Out.
High priority targets for the Harriers are going to be SAM sites.
Identify track.
The attack helicopters can kind of handle the rest. Let's get these guys launched. And then we'll have these guys on the Alert 5. Throw a bunch more on the Alert 15. And we'll throw... Okay, so we can have 4 helicopters on
Clear to launch aircraft. Affirmative.
the Alert 15. Or on the Alert 5, rather.
Get that
There we go.
aircraft airborne. Roger.
And let's see, how many more can we... Let's bring everyone to Alert 15.
Will do out.
Wow, it's actually really dark here, so I can't see well. The Alouette I do not want, because that is, I believe, yeah, move these back, and then move the
Roger
Lynx. We're going to use the Lynx and Seahawk. All right, so we have an Airbus A380. Looks like they've been able to
out. Will do.
take off just fine.
Roger out.
Okay, our Harriers do have radar on, or at least some of them do.
Can do.
All right.
Will do. Will do. Can do. Out. Affirmative.
That
out.
should be enough for now. All right. Okay, we have hostiles here. SAM site. Evade, evade, evade.
Will do. Kill track 1671. Roger out.
Oh, do not. Okay, it didn't.
1692. PID as neutral.
Yeah,
surface.
kind of suspected. Why did you suddenly appear? Harrier, huh? Come on. All right.
Roger out. Will do. Roger out. Roger. Roger. Out.
So, hopefully we can get out of range quick here.
Can do. Roger. Out.
Okay, you guys aren't in danger, so you can.
Roger.
I believe they have a 30-mile radius. Oh, I have to. I guess I can only do it to my own platform. That's fine. Maybe it's closer to 15.
Will do. Roger. Will do. Out.
Come on, I just need you to. You know what? Tomahawk strike.
Killing track 167. Affirmative. Affirmative. Roger. Can do. Out.
All right, we're at pretty high altitude, so it's losing. In theory, it's losing a lot of energy before it gets to our Harrier.
Affirmative out. Missile classified track 1. Can do. Roger. Out. 1. Affirmative. Can
Yeah,
do.
I think
Roger.
we're just about out of range now.
Taking track 1.
All right, that should.
1. Can do. Out. Roger. Out. Will do. Out. Affirmative out.
This should make him think twice. And hopefully his next missile goes for the Maverick. But he should be getting just about out of range here, I think. What is the range on them? Really? Here we go. 30 nautical miles. Okay, so it is what I thought. It is the longer range, so he can theoretically shoot, I think, even this guy too, but... Okay. All right.
Can do. Out. Out. Will do. Can do. Roger. Out. Roger.
You guys all come up here.
Track 1. 6.
There.
7. 1. Is history. 0. 4. 3. Will do. Out.
All right. Maverick.
Engaging track 1. 6. 8. 3. Will do. Will do. Weapon away. Track 1. Can 6. Do. 8. 3. Will do. Roger. Out. Emergency racket. Bearing.
All right.
Will do. Out.
We're definitely hitting resistance here. They've definitely got multiple SAM sites set up.
It's history. Taking
I assume these are going to be hostile.
1. Roger.
All right. He is launching to intercept. All right. Good.
Affirmative out.
No joy on target.
I've got him. Engage track 1. 6. Track 1. Affirmative out.
All right. You keep heading south for now, but you should be safe. All right.
Will do. Roger.
Likewise, you
Take track 1. 6.
bring it around.
1. Roger.
So I'm assuming each cluster has one SAM site. I really wish I could retarget this Tomahawk. Newer versions you can, but maybe even the ones in this game that they're modeling, maybe you could, but the game does not support that for sure. I do know that for a fact.
Engaging track 1. 6. 8. 1.
All right.
Will do. Out.
There does seem to be a pattern in that. Okay, you're not the odd one out though, so. Okay, we got to get rid of their SAM sites before we can really throw down with these with these helicopters. They do have Cobras, which may have Sidewinder missiles, so we should be very careful. All right.
Can do out. Affirmative. Can do. Roger out.
Okay, pull back.
Can do. Can do out.
Okay, they for sure have guns, which they're trying to gun down our Maverick now.
Weapon away. Track 1681. I've got him. Take track 1681.
All right.
Weapon away. Track is history. Kill track 1681. Out.
So hopefully the missiles will give us the cover to go after.
Will do out. Track 1703. Will do. Take track 1701. Affirmative out.
All right, we got multiple missiles inbound.
History. Kill track 16 out. 77. Can do. Roger out. Can do. Roger out. Emergency.
Okay, they're going for.
701 is history.
All right, we got one shot down.
I'm hit. Break it
Fuck.
up.
We lost one.
Update message received.
I've got him. Engaging track 1677. Will do out.
All right. Yep, they do indeed have Sidewinders. So, he barely knocked it out before
Got him. Take track 1681. Can do.
before it homed in.
Take track.
All right, he's wasting a missile there.
1. Can do. Weapon away. Track 1681. Can do. Roger. Out. Affirmative. Can do. Can do. Will do. Roger.
All right. We got more missiles loose. That should hopefully keep their missiles away from our area. We did have a tactical update. Let's read that now. Personnel have been moved from the Danish and German embassies to the airport. Air cover needs to be in place ASAP. We are working on it. Launch one replacement Harrier.
Get that aircraft airborne. Will do. Out.
All right. He's only got a Sidewinder left, so why don't you...
It's history. Kills track 1703. Can do. Roger.
Okay, they are knocking out our...
Missile destroyed. Track
All right, good.
1674. I've got him. Engaging track 1703. Will do. Take track 1703.
All right, pull back.
Can do. Out. Can do. Roger. Out. Will do. Out. Birds away. Track
All right,
1.
pull back.
Will do. Roger. Out. Affirmative. Out.
You have a Maverick left, so you engage.
1681. Affirmative.
All right.
Roger. Track 170. Roger. Can do. Out.
What?
Will do. Out.
Pull up.
Roger. Out.
Okay, good.
It's toast. Taking track 1. Weapon away. Track
All right.
1. Can do. Out. Affirmative. Out. Can do. Out. Can do. Roger. Out. Will do.
Yeah, I was going to say that one's definitely going for... there we go.
1. Taking track 171.
All right, going, boys.
Rising track 1721. Can
Let 'em have it.
Track 1721.
First Super Cobra, let's direct them to attack some rebel targets. As they have engaged us, they are to be considered hostile, and we will destroy them wherever we find them. It should hopefully be all SAM sites. Mess tent, all right.
Take track 1721. Will do. Out. Can do.
Let's get a positive ID on all the all this stuff too. All right, break off.
Can do. Roger. Out. Affirmative. Out.
All right, they are pulling back. Yep, we have neutrals here. That's why I was worried. About. We have a green pup tent.
1721. Kill track.
We do have a hostile airport.
6. Will do.
That will be the focus of the bulk of our Super Cobras, I think, as well as our Harriers here.
Can do.
We can't let them get up anymore. Although let's not completely destroy it, because they may give us an objective later.
716. Will do. Out. Can do. Roger. Out. Killing track.
All right, return to base.
16. Can do. Out. Proceed to base. Will do. Will do. Can do. Out.
All right, we got them.
Will do.
Let's get an ID on that stuff. You get an ID of that stuff. You are almost out. So we're basically...
Killing track 168.
Okay, before you go back to base, actually, turn around and hit him with your last Sidewinder. At the very least, we can knock out all their aircraft, I think. I don't even think Monrovia has that many attack helicopters, and certainly not Super Cobras.
Out. Returning to base. Roger.
There we go.
He's away. Track 1680. Can do.
He's a running. There we go. All right. So now I feel comfortable sending the French helicopters out there, if needed.
Affirmative. Out.
You return the base. I don't need you anymore. We also have helicopters from the not the Bonhomme Richard, from the Boxer we could send if need be. All right. Helicopters are almost on site. There, what else we got here? Power plant, warehouse. I suppose I should check my objectives before I go too gung-ho. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 helo evacuation. Okay, so we just have to send 5 helicopters, it sounds like. Sounds like there isn't like any
1, 6, 7, 9. Affirmative. Out. Weapon away. Track 1, 6, 7, 9. Cannot comply. Return to base. Can do.
It doesn't sound like there's any
I've got him. Killing track
problem with us just going gung-ho on everything right now.
Track 1680.
There we go, that factory is gone. What do we got here? A command center and a warehouse. Okay, you have let's throw you back to base.
Affirmative. Engaging track 1680.
All right.
Weapon away. Track 1. Taking track 1, 6.
Return the base.
0. Affirmative. Return to home plate. Affirmative. Out.
Okay. At least this way we shouldn't need to have any aircraft in the air for protective detail. We'll be able to just send the helicopters as needed. All right, so
I've got him. Kill track 1685.
disperse and attack.
It's history. Taking track 1672. Will do. Out. It's history.
That's pretty far away from everything.
675. Roger. Killed track 1680.
All right, there's the airport. We now have air superiority. It cost us a Harrier, but we did it.
675. Track 1675 is history. It's history. Kills track 1672. Affirmative.
Personnel have been moved from the French embassy to the airport. Others will be moving momentarily. The evacuation can begin soon, but wait for start time. All right, so we could probably start launching
Missile away. Track 1.
All right.
Will do. Roger, out.
What do we got here? Warehouse. All right.
Kills track 1676. Roger.
Actually, I want you coming from this side when you launch your attack. There we go. That's a good hit on the command center.
Missile away.
Oh,
Track
all right.
167. Proceeding to base. Can do.
And we
Roger,
should be able to hit this warehouse then. Boom. 94% damage. There's not a warehouse left, but you know.
Kills track 1684. Can do. Missile away. Track 1684.
All right, shun the arc. The start time will probably be 6:30 if I would hazard a guess.
You are cleared to launch aircraft.
Let's
Affirmative out.
launch them all. And there they go. Bring me the rest of the links on Alert 5.
Can do. Roger, out.
We'll send them over,
Out. Will do. Will do.
hopefully in such a way that they don't collide with each other. But, you know, that would never happen, right?
Engage track 1. Can do. Roger.
All right, we don't have the radar now from the Harriers.
Taking track 168.
We just have visual from the helicopters now.
Killing track 1684. Can do. Out. Missile
There we
away.
go.
Track 1 out. Will do. Take track 1682. Affirmative out.
Get me a Seahawk.
Proceed to base. Can do.
Launch a single Seahawk for the fine in the strike configuration,
Launch aircraft.
so I can have some. Oh, it's auto launching Harriers to Mana Station. Okay. But this way I can a bit closer than I'd like, but I don't think they'll hit each other.
Weapon away. Track 1685. Can do. Missile away. Track. Can do. 1685.
There we go.
Kill track 1682.
Really, the mess tent can take Hellfire missiles.
Engage track 1685.
Sure.
Can do. Out. Missile away. Track 168. Roger, out.
There we go. Now we got some radar coverage.
Out. Will do. I've got him. Kill track 16. Kill track 167. Will do. Track 1685.
There we go. 75.
Engage track 1685. Can do. Out. Weapon away. Track 1685. Track 1 will do. Out.
All right.
I've got him. Taking track.
Ammo tent.
1678 will do.
Message received.
Technical update message received. Her Majesty's Embassy staff has arrived at Monrovia Airport. All right, so the Brits are there. Who do we all have there? We have the French, the British, Danish, and German embassies. So at this point, we're probably just waiting for American staff to get there. That would be my guess.
Engaging track 1678. Affirmative. Missile away. Track 167.
All right, focus in on that command center.
Killing track 1672.
All right, ammo tent destroyed.
678. It's history. Taking track 1676. Can do. Out. Affirmative. Out. Roger, out. Missile away, track 1672. Can do, out. Weapon away.
All right, I'm gonna,
Can do.
of my own volition, just move them out.
Engaging track 1672.
All right, the ammo tent and the warehouse are done for. Everyone focus in on that command center.
72. Affirmative, out.
Updated
Engage track
tasking message received.
1672. Will do, out.
Updated tasking message received. A skirmish between rebels and government troops has broken out near the airport. Rebels are outnumbered. Plan to begin evacuations at 1900 hours for first helo arrival. Have one helo arrive every 5 minutes thereafter. Determine launch times accordingly based on number of expected evacuees. 5 helicopter sorties will be required. Oh, so we're way ahead of schedule.
Will do, roger, out. Can do.
So we'll have them take up station along the coast, and we will launch 2 more as backup helicopters.
Affirmative.
Keely track 1672. Out 1672. Kill track 1672. Roger, out. Weapon away, track
All right.
1672. It's toast. Engage track 1672. Roger. Missile away, track 1672.
All right, everyone. Go for that warehouse.
1673. Out. Take track 1673. Can do. Roger. Out. Weapon away.
All right. There's another evacuation flight coming out of the airport.
I've got him. Engage track 1673. I've got him. Taking track will do out. 1673. Can do. Weapon away. Track 1. Take track. Missile away.
All right.
1673. Weapon away. Track 1671. Engage track 1673. Will do. Missile away. Track 1673.
Close the guns and engage.
Toast. Engage track 1673. Will do. Keely track 1673. Can do. Roger, out.
There she goes. You're a little off, but you know.
Destroyed. Track 1673. Return to base.
All right,
Can
all
do.
helicopters return to base. We should be good here. We have additional lynxes
Can do. Out.
that I will deploy. All right, the Seahawk that I had for radar purposes.
Roger, out. Will do.
So now it's just the waiting game, really.
Tactical update message received.
Unless they let us start early. Tactical update message received. U.S. Embassy staff reached the airport. Situation is very precarious. Repeat, very precarious. Evacuations must be expedited. Maintain the schedule already sent to you, which is 7 o'clock start time and then 5 minutes thereafter. All right, helicopters have taken up station and will move in once the go-ahead has been given. So unfortunately, that means they do gotta sit here and suck up fuel for a while. But such is the nature of the beast. All right. And we have a Harrier in the sky, so if anyone gets uppity... Ooh, I don't think we ID'd you. Launch Harrier to basically ID that
Launching aircraft. Affirmative.
that boat out there. I assume it's going to be a neutral, but can never be too careful.
Will do.
All right. And then we do also have 2 Super Cobras we can launch should that become necessary. All right, it's almost 7 o'clock. There's another evacuation flight. Too bad we couldn't just get the embassy staff on one of those chartered evacuation flights, because those are carrying out the various citizens of all the countries seeking to get their citizens out of Dodge right now. And that's pretty common practice, charter an airline to, just pick everyone up, or in rare cases, send a military cargo aircraft. This Harrier is taking forever to launch. Oh, I see why. It's broken. He's not on deck. Neither of them are. So we may have just lost the Boxer. Oh, okay.
Will do, out.
I didn't notice that we had hit the 7 o'clock while we were busy doing stuff. So we can actually send in the first 2 helicopters.
Will do, out.
Tactical update message received.
Oh, that's not what I want to do. But we can see tactical update message received, helicopter reached the airport. And we can see here, yeah, they're all incomplete. So he should be picking them up now.
Proceed to base. Can do, roger, out.
All right. This helicopter has now reached the airport. Send in the 3rd helicopter.
Out.
And
Out.
you, I want nearby.
Proceed to base. Can
I think the
do.
reason for keeping to that tight schedule is just so, when they're doing their little rescue flyby, they don't accidentally run into any of the charter flights that are coming through. All right.
Return to home plate. Can do, roger, out.
So that gives us 3 helicopters. I don't know if that last one fully picked them up. Oh, actually,
Roger, out.
hold on.
Will do.
Right, 705, 710. Yeah, we should be on 715 right now.
Roger, out.
Proceed with the...
Tactical update message received.
God, that would have been terrible. Helicopter reached airport at Monrovia.
Cannot comply.
Oh, I don't want you to...
Will do. Affirmative, out. Will do, roger, out.
All right, get out. Okay. There shouldn't be a flight path issue there, but... did we finally get one? I think we finally...
Can do, out. Will do, out. Will do, out.
Okay, our Harrier did finally get off the ground.
Return to home plate. Will do.
Okay, he went right up. All right, bring another Harrier to the Alert 5. Airbus A380 and Beechcraft turboprop. All right, should be time for the last helicopter flight.
Out. Will do.
All right,
Returning to home plate, out.
overturn you to base.
Will do. Proceed to base. Can do.
Aircraft safely on board.
Will do.
Okay, did we got 1, 2, 3, 4.
Affirmative.
Okay, so we have one more sortie to do yet.
Can do.
And hopefully I didn't bug it out, because that would be really annoying.
Will do. Roger out.
All right, return to base.
Proceed to base. Out.
You are cleared to launch aircraft. Affirmative out.
Affirmative.
Okay, slow down.
Roger out. Will do out.
Will do. Out.
You're having some trouble entering the...
Will do. Out. Returning to base. Will do.
Go to alert 15.
Will do. Roger out. Aircraft back on deck.
Oh,
Aircraft recovered.
they were stupid about their which one was first in the pattern.
Will do. Roger out.
All right, so we should see now. Yeah, sortie 1 is still incomplete, which is weird. But hopefully this can fix it up.
Out. Roger out.
VID track 1.
All right, yeah, that's what I thought. Civilian
Can do.
fishing
Out.
traffic. Holy shit.
Out. Can do. Roger. Out. Will do. Roger. Out.
All right.
Can do. Out. Roger. Out. Affirmative.
Yeah, these guys are a little low on fuel, which is why I sent the Jeanne d'Arc closer inland. Bit of a risk, technically, but we know all objects are destroyed in this scenario, so it should be fine. All right. He should make it back with plenty of fuel to spare. You got plenty of fuel for now. You going to land? God, did I screw myself by not being there between 7 and 7:05? I'm going to be really pissed if I did. I mean, we secured the air...
Complete. Report
Okay, there we go.
debrief.
Wait, no, it's not. Sortie 1 still hasn't. This game is really, really, really buggy sometimes. Yeah, so apparently for some reason it bugged out and didn't record the first sortie.
Return to base.
Even though we had 7 helicopters go there.
Affirmative.
This is a bunch of bullshit, if I do say so myself. Alright, well, you heard him. Actually, what is... Does it just say... Mission complete, report for debrief. If the 5 sorties have not been recovered with the evacuees by this time, it means you have not satisfied the requirements of the mission. Yeah, well... Oh. There we go. End mission. So, yeah, we destroyed 2, 3, 4, 5 Super Cobras, a bunch of miscellaneous buildings. Sortie 1, helicopter and passengers were not recovered. Yada yada. We're not successful in complete 5 helicopter stories to rescue people from the airport because we can't program for shit, apparently. Alright, so if you hold on a second, I'm going to be right back, and we're going to look at some things.